What is up, guys? Dzeeff here, and welcome back to another episode of Funny Yu-Gi-Oh! Articles. I think this is episode 4. So, in today's video, we're going to read through this fantastic article that I found called Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 of the best spellcaster cards and 5 of the worst. As always, these videos are not meant to make fun of the author. I understand that everyone is a different level of competitiveness in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, and these articles are almost always written by very casual players, or perhaps not even people that play the game, but just people that watched the anime back in the day. So we're not making fun of the article writer or anything along those lines. I just like going through here and seeing what the more casual audience of Yu-Gi-Oh! Thinks about the trading card game. I do want to mention real quick here that today I had a video go up with King Scarlet YGO on his channel. I'm not really someone that does skits on my channel, but I've been watching this guy for a few months. He is really funny. He has some great stuff out there, and I wanted to do a collaboration, so I make a cameo in this video. It was a lot of fun to film, so after watching today's video, make sure to go check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description below to this video, and you guys can see my cameo. Anyways, spellcaster cards are iconic, and many duelists like to choose spellcaster archetypes, but they're a mixed bag. Not every card is a winner. Okay, I like this article writer already. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Show and TCG revolves around one key concept: highly skilled duelists squaring up to each other with their powerful monster cards and spells and traps, of course, in a vicious assault on each other's life points. Okay, I don't know if it's that serious, but okay. Spellcaster cards are iconic, and many duelists like to choose spellcaster archetypes, but they're a mixed bag. Wait, didn't I just read that? Oh, that's like the, okay, I was like, didn't I just read that? Here are some great spellcaster monsters, alongside some that are definitely questionable. Some related spells and traps are also included. Let's see, number 10. Best, Breaker the Magical Warrior. Yeah, okay, that I can see that one. Breaker was very good for a long time, especially in old school Yu-Gi-Oh! It was even banned for a little while, and I can see they're kind of joking about here that it says that it's not a warrior monster, and yeah, I mean, it does say warrior in the name, but it says magical warrior. It's not super surprising. Breaker is a very strong classic card, and already we're off to a good start. What is the first? I think they usually go best, worst, and back and forth, so let's see what the first worst card they're going to mention is. Bending Destiny. I don't even know what Bending Destiny is. Bending Destiny. Let's take a look. If the only face-up monsters you control are Fortune Lady monsters, you can activate this card. Negate the activation of a spell or trap card, or the normal summon of a monster, and remove that card from play. The card removed from play by this effect is returned to its owner's hand during the end phase. I understand what they're saying here. It's a Fortune Lady card. Fortune Ladies are spellcasters, but I really feel like they could have just put a Fortune Lady in the actual list. They even say here, while this can be very strong, it has the most value in a pure Fortune Lady deck, which really holds it back. So just put a Fortune Lady card in the list. Is that hard? Why does it have to be this trap card? Best, Exodia the Forbidden One. So if you guys have seen my previous videos on Exodia, like why nobody plays Exodia, you can probably already guess that I don't think this card is very good. Even in old school Yu-Gi-Oh! It never really saw a ton of play. It's on this list because the card is very iconic. It's one of the most well-known Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh's history, but on a like top 5 best spellcasters, you probably should include cards that at the very least have seen lots of competitive play, like Breaker the Magical Warrior. Dark Sage, I mean, yeah, this is accurate. I think that the worst category in this list is probably more likely to be accurate than the best category, because yeah, there are tons of really bad spellcasters, and Dark Sage is one of those cards. So so far I'm surprisingly mostly agreeing with this article, and that's one of the fun things about reading these articles, is that you never really know. I mean, they could be completely wrong, or sometimes they can get it right. Why did I even say it? Why did I have to say that I agree with the article? The very next entry is Nirvana High Paladin for the best category. This card did see play. I found 11 tops between 2016 and 2017 featuring this card, but it does not deserve to be on a best list. I mean, yeah, the card card is okay, yeah, it saw some success, but compared to plenty of other spellcasters, yeah, this does not deserve to be on this list. Honestly, I think what this card is most known for is being shared in like old school Yu-Gi-Oh groups or in old school Yu-Gi-Oh videos as like the example for what's wrong with modern Yu-Gi-Oh, because it's a synchro pendulum monster, and old school players hate synchros and pendulums, even though synchros are over 10 years old. But it's a synchro pendulum monster. It has a ton of text, it has a lot of attack points. This is the card that is always getting shared with the old school Yu-Gi-Oh players, and they're pointing to it and saying this is like what's wrong with Yu-Gi-Oh today, even though the card itself has not seen that much play relative to plenty of other monsters. Are you fucking kidding me? Secret Village of the Spellcasters is a bad piece of support. Like, they're saying this is one of the worst Spellcaster support cards. My mind is just kind of blown here because this is one of the best generic Spellcaster support cards in the entire game. I mean, I just cannot believe that this card is listed on the worst of all the Spellcaster support. What this card being on this list as one of the worst cards means, to me at least, is that the author has really not paid attention to competitive Yu-Gi-Oh at all. This card is pretty old. It's over 10 years old. It was released in Crossroads of Chaos initially, and it's seen tons of play over the years in a variety of decks in a bunch of different formats. This is really one of the best pieces of Spellcaster support in the entire game, and to see it on this list as like a bad support card is just very, very surprising. Best Quintet Magician. This fucking article. Okay, so I'm kind of like at a loss for words here, because immediately after I said, you know, I might agree with a lot of this article, every single entry I've said this is like not a good idea. So Quintet Magician is not very good. It is a fun card to summon with, you can use Anaconda to send Magicalized Fusion, if I remember correctly, and summon this thing. That's kind of funny, but yeah, this card is oh my gosh. Once again, I do understand why this card was included on the list. It has high attack points, it's really flashy, it has a big effect, but obviously in competitive play, it's just not quite there. Okay, this article, I think it must be a troll. It has to be a troll. They are just messing with me. Every time I make one of these videos, I get tons of comments from people saying, okay, they're just writing these articles just to mess with you so that you make a reaction video to them. This one was posted on November of this year, and obviously at this point I had already made several videos on funny Yu-Gi-Oh articles, but this one is like, this is coming the closest that I've ever felt to someone actually making an article just to mess with me. Because why is Spellbook of Judgment listed on the worst cards? Spellbook of Judgment could be considered among the worst banned cards. You know, I take back everything I said after the first, what was it? It was the first like 3 entries that I read, and I was like, okay, I agree with those. I take back everything I said. Obviously, Dark Magician was going to be on this list. I'm not going to make too much fun of it. I'm honestly surprised that it wasn't mentioned earlier. I mean, if it's being mentioned at number 2, that might mean that they think it's like the number 1 best spellcaster in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I saw the Quintet Magician, I was thinking, okay, maybe now they're not going to put Dark Magician on the list because it's sort of like an upgraded version of Dark Magician, but it looks like they even acknowledge the card isn't that good. They say questions of best and worst cards tend to consider viability in serious play. In the case of Yugi's trademark Dark Magician, though, the card itself is just super neat all around, so I guess they're acknowledging that the card itself is not very good, but yeah, what do you expect, you know? Spellbook of Judgment, worst. Dark Magician, best. And finally, worst magic formula. This is an equip spell for Dark Magician. The card sucks, so at least that one makes sense. They ended the article on a strong note. But the middle of the article was just really, really strange. Like, I don't understand. 10 through 7 made sense, and then number 1 made sense, but 6 through 2 were just absolute, like, random shit, and I just don't understand I don't know, man. If this guy's watching this video, I hope you comment and say this article is made just so you'd make a video on it. But anyway, that is all for today's video. You heard it here first. Spellbook of Judgment is not only one of the worst spellcaster cards in the game, but also it is one of the worst banned cards in the game as well. Who would have guessed it? Not me, but I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to go check out that King Scarlet video. It'll be in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoy all the content that he has to offer. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.